Hey everyone, we're just waiting for our guest speaker to come join us, but welcome. We are here. Let's see. Let's wait for a few more people to join us. You are in the right place if you're coming here for the no down payment, no problem live stream. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, so let me do some problem solving. Um, mhm. Hey, let's go to our event. Mhm. Hey there. There you go. We are live.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, let's give some of our guests a few more minutes to join in. But if you are already watching us, do comment and say, give us an idea of where you're coming from. Mhm. All right. All right. I can see us actually. There you go. Hi. Hello, everyone. Jasmine is here. Billy is here. Heather is here. Hi, Tiffany. All
Hi,
right.
everyone.
Hi, everyone. Okay, now we know it's working. I can see everybody. So, let's see if we should get started.
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
All right. Okay. Good evening, everybody. You are in our live stream. We are about to discuss a new loan program that is launching on the 27th, which is this coming Monday. And it's really designed for first time home buyers who may be needing a little bit of help for down payment. So, this is something that has down payment assistance. And before everything, I would like to introduce myself. I am Sheila Zarekari. I am the team leader of Just Local Homes. We operate out of Danville, California, but we do cover a wide area here in the Bay Area, so we can help you all the way up to Sacramento and all the way down to Monterey. And we cover East and West, especially those who are aiming to go towards the River Islands area. We can help you there as well. And with that, I would like to introduce to you our guest speaker for today, Guillermo Santos from the Money Store. Take it away, Guillermo.
Hi, everyone. My name is Guillermo Santos. I'm a branch manager out here in Castro Valley, California, and we do mortgages. We help pretty much all throughout California. Obviously, here in the Bay Area, we have a nice network, and throughout Northern California, as well as we service loans out in Southern California, including Los Angeles, San Diego, Central Valley. We do it all here in California.
All right, without further ado, we'll go towards our presentation. And here you go.
Thank you. Yeah. So CalHFA, if you guys don't know what CalHFA is a organization, nonprofit organization here in California, and they really do help, hundreds, if not thousands of families achieve home ownership through down payment assistance. And on Monday, the 27th, they are launching the new CalHFA Dream For All loan. And as Sheila mentioned, it is designed for a first-time home buyer, but what is CalHFA Dream and why is it important? Well, and what it is it's a shared appreciation loan. The state is providing up to 20% in down payment assistance to go towards, it could be a combination of down payment and also cover closing costs. So someone might utilize it to come in with 17% down and apply 3% of the rest of the 20% to cover closing costs. So ideally, a first-time home buyer may not even have to come in with any of their own money to purchase this loan. It does fit. It's a program that fits on a Fannie Mae conventional loan. If you do come in with 20%, there's a really good chance that you're not going to have mortgage insurance. So someone that comes in with a 20% down payment will not have mortgage insurance. One of the things in California, we are short on money. It seems like we're in a deficit. So they're limiting the initial investment to $500 million to cover California. That's one of the things that we have to keep in mind. It's not a forever type of program. I'm not 100% sure if there's going to be any more funds after the 500 million. There's talk that there very well may be extra funds, but for now, they are limiting it to 500 million. It's estimated that it's going to help about 2,000 to 2,500 families throughout California. And as I mentioned earlier, the program launches in March 27th, which is Monday. Benefits of the Dream program, lower monthly payments. Because you're avoiding paying private mortgage insurance, which is PMI, your mortgage payment is going to be a lot lower. Another reason why it's going to be lower on top of that, you're coming in with a bigger down payment. So your monthly payments are going to be definitely lower. Higher down payment means lower principal amount, and that's a definite benefit. You'll have an increased buying power due to a larger down payment and lower payment. So there's a benefit to that. That's super important here in the Bay Area. One of the things I do like about the program is that you don't have to make monthly payments on this. It's no interest, subordinated, silent second. So you're not having to pay this. And you don't really have to pay it for the life of the loan. Once you hit 30%, right, you will have to repay it. Once you hit 30 years, if you reach 30 years on the loan, you will have to eventually repay it, but there's no interest. So homeowner doesn't have to repay until they sell, refinance, or transfer the property. So who's eligible for buying? So first-time home buyer. What is a first-time home buyer? Anyone who hasn't owned a home in the last 3 years. So if you bought a home 10 years ago and you sold it 5 years ago, you're going to qualify for this program. You have to live in the property, primary residence only. There is a minimum FICO score. Credit score is 680. Now, there are multiple programs out there that will allow for someone, let's say, with a 640 FICO score. But with regards to this particular program, 680 is the minimum FICO score that I know as of right now. Also, I want to mention these rules, they could change. The program's coming out on Monday. So rules, regulations, guidelines, they do change. So it's possible that Monday, some of these might be different. But right now, from what we know, that the minimum FICO score is going to be for this program, 680. Maximum debt to income ratio is going to be 45%. The type of property that's going to be available for this program is going to be a single family residence home or a condominium. minimum loan to value. The minimum will be 70%, and the maximum allowed will be 105% loan to value. Non-occupied co-signers are not allowed. So you cannot get a co-sign from a parent or family member. They're not going to allow it. You must be a
Unless,
US citizen.
yeah, unless they live with you. Correct.
Unless they live with you. Correct. So if they're living in the property, you could definitely have a co-signer. Okay. Seller can pay up to 6% of the closing cost credits. That's a definite plus, something that you see a little bit more these days. You can't exceed the county limits. I was telling Sheila earlier, I saw the county limits for income at 202,000 in San Diego. So there's a big plus for folks that are making, more than $160,000, $170,000 could actually utilize this program. The borrower will have to take an education course. There's some on offer, and you can find that information. I did on a later slide. You will see some information on where you could go get that home buyer education course. And of course, you need a 1-year home warranty that's required when you buy the house. And I think, Sheila, you guys always negotiate that with the purchase contracts anyways.
Correct. So if you are our buyers, usually we negotiate anyway for the sellers to give you the 1-year home warranty. So that's not really a cost that should concern you at this point. Yeah.
So I'm going to skip this slide because we've already covered it. So let's talk about the appreciation. So home buyer, right? So what is shared appreciation in loan terms, right? A home buyer, who must also pay a portion of the equity of the appreciation in the value of the home, with a maximum of 2.5 times the borrowed amount. So I'm gonna come up with an example. If you're buying a $500,000 house and you're coming in with California is putting up $100,000, right? You have to, in 30 years, when you're done with it, or when you sell your home, you have to pay back that 100,000 back. There's no way around it. But it's 100,000. There's no interest on it. What you do pay extra is on the appreciation. So let's say on the 100,000, let's say in 2023, right? That 100,000 you pay it. Let's say you sell the house in 20 years, and now that house is $1.5 million. Well, the maximum that you're going to pay on that initial 100,000 will be the 100,000 plus 2.5 times that, which would be $250,000. So if you sell your house for 1.5 million, right, you're going to be capped to a total of 350,000 on that sale of that house, because you got to pay back the 100,000 plus $250,000. So everything beyond that, you get to keep. So it's a pretty good tool if you're out there and you're renting and not gaining any type of equity. And let's say, because the cost of the Bay Area is so high, you can't come up with the 20% down or even any down payment, but you have a great job, you have good credit. This is a really compelling program because it keeps your payments down without that PMI.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to remind people is this program that we're presenting now is only one of the programs available to first-time home buyers. And the reason why we're focusing on this one is because it's about to launch on March 27th. Now, if this program doesn't quite work for you, there are other first-time home buyer programs that we could introduce to you and probably give you a scenario of how that will work out based on your financial profile.
So I'm going to show an example. I think this would have been a little bit easier and less wordy. So let's say an individual, again here, right, $500,000 purchase, there's 100,000, right, 400,000. Let's say they sell their house for 649. I can't even see anymore, Sheila. So let's say
It's
I
so
can't even,
small.
yeah, it's so small. I can't even see. But let's say the home's appreciated 140,000. The down payment assistant appreciation point that the person would have to pay would be 28,000, right? Plus the initial 100,000. And if I could see here, you'll see that I can't even see the screen right now. It's so small.
Okay.
um, but the idea here, it's a really good tool if you don't if you're a current renter and you don't have the down payment to purchase a home, but you have the I'll continue on. I think we lost Sheila. um,
No, I'm here. I was just giving you the stage.
oh, there you go. Yeah, you could do that because then I could see the graphic. I wonder if someone else is probably having issues seeing the graphic. It might be too small.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
I'm going to continue on just because I can't see the graphic. But
Okay.
so one of the key with this program is you actually have to take a class. It's pretty easy. It takes about two hours to complete for most people. There's two options. You could either do an in-person or virtual class, or you could do an eight. Here it says an 8-hour homework education, which is something that's available. And I have the two links here to those classes that are available. That it's literally super easy. A lot of times you could get it done like in a couple hours. Um, so from a high level perspective, this program, and it's one of those programs that will allow a big swath of first time home buyers that want to take advantage of they don't want to rent anymore. It's a good program to jump on. Absolutely. I'm actually excited about this one because it's going to help some families. It's estimated that this program is going to save about, or it's going to help about 2 to 2,500 families in California. So a lot of families in California. So it's one of those things that if you are interested in taking advantage of this program, you got to jump on it. You can't wait because it's going to be gone. Hopefully they'll bring it back or they'll add some more funds. But for now, it's very popular. It's the one that everybody's calling me about right now. So, any questions?
I also actually wanted to reiterate. I'm not sure everybody heard that the funding behind this program is only 500 million. And think about it. If you would like to buy a home for 500,000 and 20% of that is 100,000 and you go get your 100,000 from the 500 million, can you imagine how many buyers would need to borrow before the fund runs out? So if you are actually thinking or considering buying a home at the latter part of the year, um, this is probably, you may want to consider actually, you may want to consider purchasing a little bit sooner rather than later, uh, because the funds may run out. Now, if the qualification that was listed earlier for the program does not fit you, don't lose heart because this is only one of the available programs for first time home buyers. It's really important that you come forward so that we can run scenarios for you and we can present alternative solutions for your case, right? Uh, Now, okay, there is a question.
Yeah,
Uh, where do you apply?
actually, You could apply with me. You have to apply with a qualified lender that is like myself, that is offering this particular program. It is through the state, but the state is just like we're an intermediary for the state. So yeah, you would have to apply with your lender. Hopefully that I could be that lender. But yeah, absolutely.
What is the limit on loan amount?
The loan amount is going to be limited to 726,200. So if you add, 20% on that, I'm not using a calculator right now, but that
It's
does
about
put you in and around
104
that 900 range.
range.
Yeah.
But is that because of the county? So, for example, if I want to buy in Lathrop or some other like Vacaville or Vallejo,
Yeah.
Fairfield.
So different counties are going to have their own limits. I'm just going off of, Alameda County, right?
Okay.
So it's very easy to find out like what
Mhm.
what the loan limit is. But if you add 20, even if the loan limit's 726 or 526, let's say, and you know, puts you up there in those communities where you could take advantage. See, the one of the things I like about this particular program are the income limits. The income limits are realistic. There are some down payment programs or first time home buyer programs where they cap you to 80% of the community's like average income. So, we know that very well, in San Joaquin Valley, if I think it's like $80,000. But homes are really expensive out there, right? So, it's a very realistic income,
Program.
limit for this
Hmm.
program.
Hmm. Okay. Any more questions, guys? All right. Would that now depends on how many requests we get. If there are a few more people in the audience that would like us to do this again, will just send us a request. And if we get quite a bit, we'll probably run this program again. Now, to reach out to us, you could actually text us or send us a private message through just local homes, or you could find Guillermo in Instagram as at gs loan Loan
Yeah, it's
again.
yeah.
Find Guillermo in Instagram at gs Lone Ranger, or just reach out to us. I'm sure you could find us um, in a lot of our social media platforms. With that, um, wait, with that, there's no more questions. So with that, we say good night to everybody. Have a good evening.
Thank you.